Coronavirus infections fell by almost a third in England during the second national lockdown. That's according to the latest interim findings from Imperial College London's REACT study. There was a 30% drop in cases across the country over almost a fortnight this month. Regionally, the research suggests infections fell by more than half in the northwest and northeast, and were also down in Yorkshire and the Humber. Health Secretary Matt Hancock says the data shows the country cannot take its foot off the pedal just yet. Meanwhile, Boris Johnson will publish an impact assessment of coronavirus restrictions as he seeks to convince Conservative backbenchers to support the introduction of a new tier system in England. The Prime Minister is expected to share analysis of the health, economic and social ramifications of the measures taken to suppress COVID-19 ahead of a Crunch Commons vote on Tuesday. Scores of Tory MPs have threatened to rebel over the new tier system, which the government wants to bring into force on Wednesday when the national lockdown ends. Crunch talks aimed at securing a post-Brexit trade deal between the European Union and UK will resume today in what could be the final week of discussions. The EU's chief negotiator Michel Barnier and his counterpart Lord David Frost will meet again in London as they seek to hammer out an agreement. With just a month to go until the end of the transition period, talks remain stuck on fishing rights, described by Dominic Raab as an outstanding major bone of contention. US President-elect Joe Biden will have an all-female senior communications team at his White House in what his campaign said would be a first for the country. Mr. Biden's campaign communications director, Kate Bedingfield, will serve as his White House communications director, while Jen Psaki, a long-time Democratic spokeswoman, will be his press secretary. 4 of the 7 top communications roles at the White House will be filled by women of colour, and the incoming president said he wanted to have diverse perspectives among his team. Search teams and a helicopter have been sent to the Pyrenees to look for a British woman who is missing after a hike. Esther Dingley had been travelling with Dan Colgate throughout Europe since 2014 and was due to return from a solo trek on Wednesday but has not been seen. She last messaged her partner a week ago when she was on top of Pic du Sauvegarde on the France-Spain border. And finally, the Queen has paid tribute to the wonderful efforts of Commonwealth volunteers, including a turtle conservationist featured in Sir David Attenborough's Blue Planet 2 series. Wildlife enthusiast Len Peters from Trinidad, who chatted to the Queen during a video call, was the first person to receive the Commonwealth Points of Light Award, which recognises outstanding volunteering work by individuals. The Queen praised the efforts of Mr. Peters and 2 other award recipients who were part of the call.
I think it's wonderful work that you're all doing and for volunteering so much. Thank you very much.
The Queen has been awarding the honour to a Commonwealth volunteer every week for outstanding initiatives in their local communities and beyond.